Servus and welcome. My name is Fireball313 and this is a new video of Beyond the Game. I have again 4 games what I would like to show, and the first one, you guys can see it already, is a Mario title. And this is for the Wii, and soon I need this controller because I want to talk about Mario Kart Wii. You guys can see it already, for the Wii. And this is the first release of the game. Wait, I need my documents, otherwise I forget it again. Wait. Yeah, right. This game came out in April 2008. This is the first batch of this version, and this came included with the Wii wheel. The introduction back then was in the E3 2007, and it was quite a very interesting introduction because back then on the E3 they showed the Wii wheel for the first time, and they made a big deal about that it would change the whole game and that it's a really useful accessory, a premium one, of course. Yeah, I must admit it was a little bit like a joke to many people because real pro gamers like to play Mario Kart with the normal controller and not with this plastic wheel. And yeah, so I want to introduce this game actually because of the Wii wheel and the format where it came is because as an example, this is a standard Wii game, you know, quite normal. And when you look this box, this is quite big, you know. So this was really extraordinary back then when it got released, and it came back for the normal full price. So this is no special edition. The Wii wheel was included with the normal game. Later they released the Wii wheel separately and the game itself also. And for the Wii wheel, I think it cost something like 20 euro back then, 15 euro. I don't quite remember about that, but that is not so important. Mario Kart Wii was a very important title. It was the second title who had online capability. You had 32 tracks, 26 characters. There was for the first time Mii support. The classic controller and the GameCube controller was supported. And you guys can see that here actually. And yeah, the Wii wheel is supported. Actually, you don't need this wheel to play this game, and I can show this soon. And of course, 4 controllers, yes, you could play with 4 people at the same time, or you went online for the first time. Yeah, what is quite interesting, what I want to show is this catchphrase here. And I don't know if you guys can read that. Take the wheel for a driving experience that's just like the real thing. Yeah, yes and no, actually. And then it says the Wii wheel can only be used with compatible software. The Wii wheel is an accessory designed to use with the Wii remote attached. The Wii wheel cannot be used as a controller by itself. That is important, of course, and it tells even here that you need the Wii wheel and a Wii remote to use that thing. And it's compatible with other racing games who support the Wii remote. But first we talk about the package. That's the front of the package. It's quite classic design because in the period of the Wii, everything was a lot of white. And you can see that, for example, with Wii Music and with the console, with the whole design. The Nintendo logo was quite white and gray, so it really fits in this style about that. That is, I think, the European version, but I think it's the same like the rest of the world. So yeah, this is the side, and then you get some basic informations about the Wii wheel, and then it's the back. And it tells about, of course, what controllers are supported. And then here, get behind the wheel. With the Wii wheel in your hands, you can steer your vehicle and perform speed boosting tricks with ease. Play against up to 3 friends on a single Wii console or hop onto Nintendo Wi-Fi connection for the biggest worldwide race yet. That was the biggest deal of Mario Kart Wii, because before that there was Mario Kart DS. That was the first Mario Kart game where you could play online, and that was for the home consoles and not for handhelds. So that was a big thing back then. So yeah, and what do you get actually is the game. But first I make it open, and then you can already see. Here is the let me get out. Here is the game, and here you get the extraordinary Wii wheel. Right. And yeah, and that is the wheel. That's it. It's just a plastic thing. It has this simple Nintendo design, completely white with a little bit blue. And that's it. You place the Wii remote here. Here is a window for the pointer, so that you can still use the Wii remote like that while you put this in the Wii wheel. And yeah, and when you place this in, you can use this button here. I will show that. Yeah, that is everything. And they made back then a big deal about that. And it's just, like I said, just a plastic thing. If you have a controller, I take this one here. Normally I don't use this so much, and I really, by the way, I like the design. This is the Wii remote Mario design. There's a Luigi design and a Yoshi design also. Yeah, looks really nice. Maybe I will introduce this in another video, but important now, I want to show the Wii wheel. Of course, you must put some batteries in, but I think this is self-explanatory. So what you do just is you put the Wii wheel in like that, and that's it, actually. Now you can use the B button here, and you can use these buttons also. Here you can put the strap through it, you know, to put it on your wrist if you want so. And then, of course, now you can use the pointer for the menu. And then Nintendo thought you can play this game like that, like this, you know. And yeah, and it really works, and it's okay, but it doesn't enhance the experience in any kind of way, because you can just use the Wii remote like that also, and then you can do like this. You don't need this Wii wheel. And I must admit, for a couple of hours I played with the Wii wheel and without it, and I must admit, I didn't have any kind of enhancement or pleasure to use this Wii wheel. Because when I play Mario Kart, I like more to play it with a normal controller, so I use the GameCube controller. Even the standard controller configuration with the nunchuck, when you, for example, if you want to do some kind of, when you jump, you can do some kind of a special trick, then you must shake the Wii remote. I don't like that, you know, this waggling and this stuff. So mostly I just used my GameCube controller. But that's it actually, and Nintendo made a big thing about that. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice plus if you buy this version, but if you want to play this game with this, you don't need this really. I mean, it's a nice gimmick, but that's it actually. So that's about the Wii wheel. Let me put this back, and then by the way, I mean, what I showed you guys already, there's an instruction also, what comes with the Wii wheel, and what the instruction tells you guys is how you place it in, like I showed you already. Here's a pointer window. Here you must have this attachment section for the Wii, and then the B button. There you can use the pointer function correctly. And here you see how you do how you must do this with the strap. You put it through the hole, and how you remove the Wii remote. It's quite easy. So yeah, that's actually it. So Because this was the game came released in 2008, we have still a manual. Soon I will show that. The design of the package is almost like the big box. So this is the front, and this is the back. I bought this version in Holland. So, and there's no big difference compared to the rest of the European versions. Yeah, and what is important also here, yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this already, you can use your me character also. Yeah, when you open the game, it looks like that. Really, this was the Wii design back then. Everything was really white. Yeah, and you really don't believe that. There is really a manual, and this manual goes quite in detail about the game. And I like that, because you always have new beginners for Mario Kart, and then the instruction booklet actually gives good information about what you can do with the game and how you can, yeah, and all the content what you get. But first, you get a catalog again, and look, this is the simple Wii design, what I told you guys. Everything is white and gray. It really reminds me of Apple back then, because Apple had this simple design also. Normally, really, I like simple designs, but when I look at back now, you know, because we have 2024, I must admit now it's a little bit boring. I must admit, because a lot of Wii products are really just white, or the basic color is white. And so you can see this even here in this design. It's about the Wii Fit, where you get the balance board. This is an accessory, actually, what I would like to have also in the future. But till now, I couldn't find it for cheap. And yeah, because I'm curious about that, you know, and how the Wii Fit function with that. And Wii Music also, what I want to show soon, makes use of the balance board. And then, of course, we have Mario Kart Wii. And then there is Pro Evolution Soccer 2008. Nobody cares about that game, actually, because I don't like soccer games. And I can't even remember. No, wait. I must correct myself. Maybe it's compatible with the Wii wheel. And that would be really funny if you play Pro Evolution Soccer with the Wii wheel. But I don't think so. Then, yes, classic Super Mario Galaxy. Then we have Big Brain Academy, Endless Ocean. What is strange about this catalog, actually, they don't show any kind of release date. So that is quite unusual. But I think all these titles got already released, and this is just some information. Then we have Mario Party 8, Super Paper Mario, Mario Prime, Metroid Prime Free Corruption, really good game with the motion sensor. Yeah, and then The Legend of Zelda, the Twilight Princess. And then, of course, you can see here, again, the simple design of the Wii. Yeah, but now let's look at the manual. And look, it's white. What a surprise. So if you guys are curious about the Dutch language, instruction manual means handleiding. So yeah. And of course we have again the original Nintendo seal of quality. Here you can see the support for the controllers. And I must admit, I had the most fun with the GameCube controller. So important also, the game you can play in 60 Hertz and 40 Hertz also. That is possible, yes. And of course, if you have a Wii U, you can play this game on the Wii U. Then you have higher resolution and sharper image compared to the Wii. So yeah, in the beginning you must make some kind of driver license, you know, with a picture on it. You register your character. Yeah, and then here you have the information about the controls, and there you can actually see when you use the Wii wheel, what is what. For example, for drifting, you must press the B button and then you steer. So, and yeah, acceleration is button 2. What is button 1? Oh, it's drifting also. Interesting. Yeah, and the direction the D-pad you can use for the items. And then, for example, if you want to do a special trick in the air, you know, some kind of stunt, for example, when you're in the air, then you must move the Wii remote or the Wii wheel a little bit, and then, yeah. Oh, important also that this game was the first time that motorbikes are available. Important, you know, to mention that, actually. So, sorry. Then we have the standard control with the nunchuck and the Wii remote. Then you have some waggling. You use this for, let me think, for a trick in the air. Yeah, I really don't like that. And you can do a wheelie when you do the Wii remote like that, you know, very, very slowly. Yeah. But I must really admit, I don't like to play in this configuration. Then with the classic controller, actually it's almost the same like with the GameCube controller. And then here the GameCube controller. So, and then you can see all this stuff is compatible in this case. And what is interesting, if you want to play with 4 people, one can play with the Wii wheel, the other one with the classic controller or with the GameCube controller. So you can really mix up the control schedules actually. Yeah, then it's about the graphics stuff, you know, about 480p, progressive skin. That's not so important. The drivers actually are in groups. So that means you have drivers like Mario and Luigi. They are just medium drivers, you know, because every driver has different stats. Toad is a very light driver, and Bowser is, for example, very, very heavy, actually. And then you can see if you have a very, very light driver, then the acceleration is quite high, the top speed not so much, and yeah, stuff like that. So, and I must really admit, I always choose Mario because, yeah, I like Mario actually. You know, I don't know why. He's really fun. Or Yoshi, I like also. So here they tell you a little bit about the techniques, what you can use to play the game, how you do a quick start, you know, that you must press the acceleration at the certain point, how you drift, the mini turbo, the super mini turbo, and of course when you are in the air that you can do some kind of stunt, how you do a wheelie with the motorcycle, with the motorbikes, sorry. Yeah. And then, of course, the items. That is really, really important, how you use the items. Here they introduce all the items. So you have the mushrooms, for example, the golden mushroom, the bullet bill, the blooper, the superstar, stuff what is really familiar for all the Mario Kart fans, you know. And the blue shell is really the worst of all, actually. I lost so many times just because of this fucking item. But hey, it has its fans, but not me in this case. Here, this section is about the race types, what you can play, the Grand Prix, the Trials, versus race, and the Battle Race. And single player, multiplayer, via Nintendo Wi-Fi connection. Yeah, then here records, stuff like that. And of course, about the multiplayer, that you can do split screen till 4 people. And yeah, Grand Prix is, of course, you can use 50cc, 100cc, 150. And how higher you get, how harder it is, and how and it depends, of course, on the speed also. Yes. Let me see what we have also here. This is versus race, not so important. And then, of course, there's the balloon battle and the coin run. Balloon battle is, of course, a classic. What goes already all the way back to the first version on the Super Nintendo. That is a lot of fun. Yeah. And because this was one of the first, not one of the first, I think even one of the first, I'm not sure actually, but at least because it was quite a new thing to play online games on the Wii, and then you have a whole section about how you configure the console with the Wi-Fi connection back then. Yes, and how you play this. You can play worldwide, continental, or with just friends. And if I don't remember correctly, you must use this with the stupid friends code, yeah. So I must admit, I played a lot online. I was never the greatest Mario Kart player, but at least I was in the top 5 or something. I mean, yeah. But mostly when I played online, I must admit I was never number one, never actually. So you can play how you create a room, the friends roster, how you can look for friends. And then, of course, you had this stupid friends code, you know. So if you want to play with a friend, you want to add him to your friends list, you had to use this code. But first, he must give this to you. This was kind of a child protection back then. For yeah. And then they give some information about the Mario Kart channel, what you had back then with rankings, ghost data. It was even possible to download ghost data, stuff like that. Yeah. And here you have the credits also. So the general producer was Shigeru Miyamoto. Yeah, it's always nice to see who worked on this title. And when you look, actually, these are not so much people who worked on Mario Kart Wii. Yeah. And then, of course, you can place some notes if you want. And that's it, actually. And then you have, of course, here some information if you want to talk, if you want to call the help desk, if you have questions about Nintendo video games. There was for Holland. There was a help desk, and even for Belgium also. Yeah. So yeah, this is Mario Kart Wii. I recommend this game actually. Yeah, even today. I mean, the online server is already down because the whole server structure was based on GameSpy that already doesn't exist anymore. So it's impossible to play this online. But you can still play this local with 4 people, you know, and that is still a lot of fun. And you really don't need this Wii wheel. This is just piece of plastic. And if you really need a plastic wheel, back then you had a lot of accessories, you know, really cheap accessories from third party. You got for €5 one wheel, what was more than enough. So you didn't need that thing from Nintendo. But yeah, but if we talk about Mario Kart Wii, awesome game. You can do nothing wrong. The only thing what I don't understand is why they have a different name. Why they didn't call it Mario Kart 7 or something, because Mario Kart 7 was not there in this time. So so technically, I mean, this game is Mario Kart. Let me think. No, wait. I'm wrong, actually. This is Mario Kart 6, actually. No, wait. Oh, wait. Super Nintendo, the Game Boy version, the DS version, the Wii version, I think. I'm not sure. I think I must do some research about that, actually. But if you guys smarter than me, you can write this in the comments. If you have some information why Nintendo called it just Mario Kart Wii. Yeah, would be interesting to know. Because we talked about Nintendo, let's stay with the Wii, and I show you the next game, and that is Wii Music. The reason why I introduced this here in this video is not because this is an awesome game, because I like the package of that. Because normal Nintendo games are just a plastic sleeve and that's it. And Wii Music is quite different because it has this different package design, and it is really nice. It gives this game a nice touch, and because I'm a graphic designer, you know, I study for that. I'm always open for new things, especially when it's about presentation. And be honest, guys, this really looks nice. It has this classic Nintendo design, this Wii design, this white, but then with a lot of colors, you know, and this paper package give this game a nice flavor. I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but it really looks nice, you know, and it gives the game, even, I mean, the package, some depth, you know, and it feels and it looks really like high quality because of the colors of golden also, you know. And for, let's say, for casual players who look at that, think, wow, this looks really awesome, must be an awesome game. Unfortunately, this is not an awesome game. Wii Music got released in November 2008. Let me think, in 2006 on the E3, Shigeru Miyamoto announced this game and they made a presentation. A lot of people made a lot of jokes about that because Shigeru Miyamoto and some people played, I think that was the Super Mario theme or the Legend of Zelda theme. At least they did some kind of performance with the help of this game. And this looked back then, this looked ridiculous. And if you watch this video, this presentation, it still looks ridiculous. Yeah, and it showed already the problem what this game has actually. You have 66 instruments. It has balance board support. 50 songs are included. So you would really think this is an awesome game, you know, what introduce you to how to create music, how to play instruments. But actually, no, this is a very, very light version of a music game, let's say it like that. And mostly you just use the Wii remote, you know. You use the Wii remote like a flute, for example. And for the drum sets, you know, you can use with the Wii remote with the nunchuck, and the balance board you can use then for the drums also. So you mimic actually just how you would play an instrument, but actually you just need to press some buttons or you just need to move the Wii remote and the game makes the rest of the music. So yeah. I must admit, I never bought this on release. Sorry, I didn't bought this on release because I read a lot of reviews back then about this game. And so I knew that is not really a good one. So I got this one just for €5. And this is actually the value about that. There's nothing more in this case, even if you have this in good condition. And because I was curious, I played this. I made a video about that. I can put a link in the description and you can laugh a little bit actually about how ridiculous the gameplay is. But in this case, I want to talk about the awesome design, and I really must admit, I must really say I like this design. So you have this paper package here and feels really great. Here on the back you get some information, be one with the music, and then you can see supported the balance board, 4 controllers, nunchucks, yeah. And there you can see already that you mimic the movement of the instruments. Yeah, and then here, Wii Music is a unique product where you can play with the Wii remote and the nunchucks more than 60 instruments. Sounds on paper really nice, yeah. One of the reasons why Shigeru Miyamoto made this game, because he plays in a band. He plays, I think, 2 or 3 instruments, and he really loves to play music, and he wanted to share this joy with video gamers who didn't know about playing instruments, you know. So this is some kind of first footstep into the world of music. The idea of Shigeru, what Shigeru Miyamoto had is good, but the execution of the game, yeah, not really. But so, let's open the game. And this is the paper sleeve without the package. Looks not so nice anymore because of the color scheme. And just a standard game looks like that. And that looks nice, but I think, sorry, because I'm really a sucker for design, but if you have it like that, it looks really way 2 times, 3 times, 4 times better than just like this. But you guys can give me some comments about that. I'm always open for different opinions. So. And yeah, and then here you can see already a lot of instruments, what you can play: the guitar, the cello, the drums, the trumpet, the violin, and you can even play as a fucking dog. And if I remember correctly, you just move the hands and then he makes wow, 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 something like that. So yeah. The back gives a little bit more information. What is really nice about the 50 songs, you have classic songs, you have modern songs like Daydream Believer, traditional songs like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and a couple of Nintendo songs also like Zelda, the Zelda theme, the Mario theme, Mute City from F-Zero. Yeah, so here's some information about Carmen, Chariots of Fire, Ode to Joy, Super Mario Brothers, Eine kleine Nachtmusik, The Entertainer, and then they tell you here you can play solo or just with 4 people, 60 instruments. You can even make a video about your Wii, your Mii, sorry, how he plays this song, and later you can watch this if you want that. Yeah, and you can play the drums with the balance board, but for that you need the balance board. Yeah, and you open it like that. The design is quite Wii-like, if I must admit. So yeah, you get a full menu actually, with a lot of information. Soon we will look about that. And then, of course, the Nintendo points. And here's another catalog. And I think it's the same like Mario Kart Wii. Yeah, it's actually the same. So nothing really spectacular. Yeah, Big Brain came at Academy, and then The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. So yeah, nothing really extraordinary in this case. These are some of the Miis, you know, who play the instruments, and yeah, so you can do, this is something like Guitar Hero with classic music, something like that. So this is not so important, this here. This is where you place the balance board, and then they show actually give some information, but this is actually not so important. How you start the game, that's not so important. Also, how you connect the balance board, I give an explanation here, how you sync this with the console. Yeah, and then of course you have the Maestro. What is nice, you have some kind of tutorial, what gives some kind of lessons. So step by step you learn some how you play the instruments. Yeah. So and here you have some explanations like this is the guitar type, how you hold the controllers, the Wii and the nunchuck, or the trumpet type. This is the violin type, that is the percussion type. Yeah, percussion type is really like that. You do really like that, crazy like that. That is, you do this for, I don't know, 2 minutes. Yeah, that is not really fun, I must admit. Okay. Then, of course, it talks about the game types. You can jam, you can improvise. When you go into the improvise section, you can select all the instruments and you can just play around. You can fool around with the instruments, and if you choose the dog suit, actually, this is quite funny. Yeah, then you have quick jam. And here they have given explanation about the band. You have one who plays the melody, the other one is for the harmony, the other one is for the accord, the other one's for the bass, and then with the percussion also. Yeah. Here they give an explanation about the jam session, what you can do. And there's a scoreboard even. So, and here they give explanation how you record a video. And I must admit, I even don't remember. I think you can save the video on the internal memory, or even on the SD card. I'm not sure about that. So, and when you are ready with the video, and this was quite interesting, you could choose a sleeve for a CD cover. You know, you can create your small little designs And that was nice. So, and when you save this, you know, in the internal memory, you click on the CD cover and then you get this nice video, actually, that looks a little bit like that. But I put a video here in this description, and you guys can see it yourself. Here, this is about the lessons, about the videos. Yes, I was right. And quite interesting, it was even possible to send the videos to your friends through the Wii Connection 24. Of course, they needed the game also. And here, the menu actually tells that you can save 100 videos. This is quite interesting. I did this only one time, I think, just for fun, you know. And because I don't have any kind of friends, I never sent it to anybody. He talks about here they talk about the video archive, the video menu, and then you have, of course, some mini games. An open orchestra. Yeah, this is fun for just 5 minutes, something like that. Yeah. Here's the game type drums. There you can do a drum session. And I can imagine that with the balance board that the immersion is quite better than just with the Wii remote. Yeah, and then here you have all the track numbers. These are traditional songs, classic songs, and the popular songs. So, for example, here, they have even Material Girl. Please, Mr. Postman. The Locomotion, Wake Me Up Before You Go. I didn't knew that. The Nintendo songs are Mute City, then the KK Blues, Animal Crossing, The Legend of Zelda, Wii Music, and Wii Sports. Cool. Yeah. I just played, I don't know, something like 2 hours. So not all the songs immediately available. You must, because how longer you play the game, how more songs you can add in your playlist. Yeah, and then of course here we have the credits. Yeah, and that's it. Do I recommend Wii Music? No. I mean, if you want to fool around, you know, with a silly music program, then yeah. I mean, the value of this game is €5, so this is not much. And if you guys still play with the Wii and you like to have some fun, you know, you have 4 Wii remotes and the nunchucks, and you want to play it, I don't know, local with 4 people, you can have some fun actually, even if you do a video, you know, and yeah. But as a real music game, this is not really recommended. Yeah. So, but I still like the design of it. Yeah. Okay. Next one. The next game, what I would like to show, made a huge splash in 2016 when it got released. And that is Mighty No. 9. This is the spiritual successor of the Mega Man franchise. This game got created by Concept, and one of the key members of Concept, Kaiji Inafune, was one of many programmers who worked on the original Mega Man franchise. Some people call him the father or the grandfather of Mega Man. That's not really complete true. He made a lot of art designs, concept designs for the Robot Master. So he was one of the important people in the programming team back then, but he was not the mastermind of the Mega Man franchise. No, it's not like that. At least he was always trying to convince Capcom to release a new Mega Man game. A lot of Mega Man games back then got cancelled, like Mega Man Legends. So he was really frustrated. He started his own company, Concept, not Concept. This always confused me a little bit. And with the help of a crowdfunding campaign, he was raising money for a spiritual successor. And on paper and in the first presentation, it really looked like an awesome Mega Man clone. What we got at the end was a disappointing disaster, and I say this in a very, very nice way. But if you want to, if you guys want more detailed information, I bet you find a lot on YouTube. You know what went wrong with this series. Yeah, and actually just this game started the franchise and killed it at the same time. I was not an original backer of this game. I waited when this game got released, and I waited for a discount. So this was quite interesting. The game got released first for the full price, and after a very, very short time, you got this game just for 15 euro. And I got actually this one for 8 euro, brand new. And this one I just got for 4 euro, brand new. So yeah, the game got released in June 2016, and you have this for the PlayStation Vita, you have this for the PlayStation 3, you have this for the Wii U, and for and of course Steam. So an Xbox console also, I think. Yeah. I don't know if I said this already. These are the standard version of Mighty No. 9. These are not special edition of any kind of way. But even if this is the standard version, a lot of goodies comes with it, and that is really, really nice. And I want to show this, and then I will tell you guys, because I played both of them, which version is the best. So if you want to have Mighty No. 9 at the end of this video, I can tell you which version is the best. Yeah, so this is the front, and it already tells you one of the extra features. You get a special code with the character Ray, and you get an art book and a poster. And that is really, really nice, I must admit, for a standard version. So this is fan service, I must really admit. So this is the front. Both versions are identical. Yeah, of course, the V version is a little bit bigger because just of the package design. Both versions I bought in Holland. Yeah, and you guys can see the back is identical. And here you can see... oh, actually, no, it's not just a character what you get. You get even a new stage, I see. I didn't know that. Yeah, and then of course some of the features, what you have with this game. This is a classic Mega Man clone, you know, with robot masters, but it plays the feel of Mighty No. 9 is different compared with Mega Man, and I really know that because I'm a huge Mega Man fan of the classic and the X series. So I played a lot of Mega Man games, and this plays. It feels really different. It really feels different. Already a huge thing what you have with the PlayStation 4 version is you have remote play support. When you have a PlayStation Vita, you can play this game on your Vita, actually, while the game disc is on the PlayStation 4. So it's actually the same like with the Wii U gamepad. That is nice. What is nice also, when you buy the PlayStation 4 version, you get the cross-buy version. So that means when you have a PlayStation 3 and a PlayStation Vita, you can download for the PS3 and for the Vita, you can download the game for free. So that means when you just pay one time for a game and you go for the PlayStation 4 version, you get 3 versions of the same game. Here, you don't have that, actually. So when we talk about the technical stuff, the resolution and the frame rate is on the PlayStation 4 higher than on the Wii U. And the detail with textures is less on the Wii U. So the Wii U, the programming on the Wii U is really not so good compared with the PlayStation 4. So if you want Mighty No. 9 on a console, go always for the PlayStation 4 version, because you get more for your money, and the performance and the graphics and the resolution is way better here. Now let's look what we get when we open the package. Then you have, of course, the disc. Standard design, actually. I can show you. the Wii U version next to it. And yeah, what is always nice with the Wii U disc is the PlayStation disc is really rough here at the edges, and here this is so smooth. I really like that. It really feels nice. You know, this feels more like a razor blade is a little bit too much. It feels like a knife a little bit, but here this is, yeah, it feels really good. I like this always about the Wii U disc, I must admit. Oh, wrong one. Shit. Okay, so back. Yeah. Okay, and then you get some stuff. And first, I want to show the poster. And the paper quality is good. Let me do it like that. First we do it because the poster is a little bit too big. And this is, of course, Mighty No.9 with the Robot Masters. I don't remember her name. Yeah. And when you turn it around, you have this design. So you can see there's a lot of Mega Man influence here, you know. So, yeah. So this poster is really nice, you know. I mean, because it's just standard with the game. And besides that, here is the download code for Ray and for the extra level. And what else you get is an art book. Unfortunately, the PlayStation 4 version doesn't have any kind of manual. Soon I will show you guys the Wii U version. There is a manual, but this is a joke. So, but let's look the art design of Mighty No.9. So this is Mighty No.1, Pyrogen. Here in the art design looks nicer than this, I must admit. Then we have Mighty No.2, Cryosphere. And you can see immediately like the influence. This is Fireman, you know, back then on the original Mega Man game. So this is a fire, this is water, you know. And then you have Mighty No.3, Dynatron, this is electricity, this is seismic. And this is Battalion, yeah. Then Aviator, I hope I pronounce it correctly. He looks really stupid. It looks a little bit like a Transformer. And then we have Brandish. And then Countershade. It looks a little bit like some kind of shinobi ninja. And what is interesting, wait, oh, and here you guys can see, here is a piece of the gun. Actually, this artwork belongs here on the side. I didn't notice this. Wait. Yeah, here, shit. They really just cut this image and they place it under it. That's not really nice. And then we have Call. She's your supporter in the game. And these are some of the robots, what you encounter. Yeah, freaky design, I must admit. Reminds me, of course, a lot of Mega Man. And then Ray. Yeah. So, and now, wait, I show you guys the manual on the Wii, in the Wii U version. So this is the art book, and the art book is, it's the same. Of course, wait, stupid me. You guys can see, because of the design of the package, the art book for the Wii U is a little bit bigger. That is nicer. see that. And wait, now I'm curious. I didn't watch that. Wait. Where's the guy with the sniper? Ah, still a piece of the sniper is here. Yeah. At least you get the same art book, the same download code, the same poster. That is nice. And this is this is the manual. This is really the manual, and this is a joke, really a joke, because that's it. This is one piece of paper. Some basic information, technical support about guarantee. Yeah, hey, and that was 2016, so we had still some manuals, some games had manuals. And when you get already a poster and an art book, why they don't put a normal manual with the game? That would be really nice, you know. Because some people are really not, how to say, pros with Mega Man, and then they get some kind of introduction into the gameplay and stuff like that. Yeah. The value of both versions, the Wii U version actually is the most expensive one. This cost around 15 euro. This one costs 8 euro. So Mighty No. 9 is not really expensive. Is it a good Mega Man clone? Not really so much. If you want really to buy this game, go for the PlayStation 4 version, because of the cross-buy functionality, and technically it's in a better shape than the Wii U version. But don't expect the same level of quality like the Mega Man series, because you don't get this with Mighty No. 9. Yeah. I just noticed that this episode is actually quite Nintendo heavy, because the last game what I want to talk about is Tales of Symphonia Remastered for the Switch. The release was in February 2023, and this came back then in the full price. So you paid 50 euro, something like that. This is the Chosen Edition. It's the only version what you have at your disposal. So I even don't know if is there just a standard version, because everywhere where I went, I even looked at Amazon, you only find this version. So quite interesting. And with the Chosen Edition, you get some goodies. Soon I will show that. But first, a warning. If you want to enjoy Tales of the Symphonia, don't buy this game, because the remastered version is really, really a bad version. If you because Tales of Symphonia originally came out back then on the GameCube. I have this version in my possession, but I couldn't find it actually. That is a shame. I must really admit. I think my collection is already too big, I think. So, but what I have also is the PlayStation 3 version of Tales of Symphonia, and this is an HD remaster. And if you want the best version technically, and if you want the best experience for your money, then you go with this version, because you pay 20 euro. And then you get 3 games. That is Tales of Grace and Tales of Symphonia and Tales of Symphonia Dawn of the New World. Yeah, here you get just Tales of Symphonia without the successor, and this is a real bummer. I think they didn't include this because of the cartridge limitation. But technically, when we talk about graphics and stuff like that, and the effort what they put in this HD version, this one is miles better than this one, because this has really bad frame rate, bad quality of the textures, technical issues, sound problems, control lags, and that is really horrendous, really horrendous. It's unbelievable how you can release a game like that. I played this for a couple of hours, and I know the GameCube version, I know the PlayStation 3 version, and that is really the worst of the worst. I just bought this one, and this is really funny. After half a year, I got this one in a toy store, brand new for 10 euro. Yeah. I looked on the internet, the value is around 20 euro. So as a collector's item, this is nice because you get a lot of nice goodies. But if you want to play this game and enjoy it, don't do it on the Switch. Yeah, because it's really, the reviews are bad about this game. Okay, but let's talk about what you get with the Chosen Edition, because you are chosen. Yeah, you have a paper sleeve, that is always nice, and it feels okay also. And then here they tell you, experience the legendary JRPG classic remastered. And the Chosen Edition included the full game, a metal box, 3 illustrations, and some character stickers. Yeah, and here you have some basic information about the play modes. It is Pro Controller compatible, just standard stuff. Nothing really extraordinary in this case. So let's open this up and let's get this stuff out. No, this is everything. Yeah. So let's look at the metal case. And the metal case is nice, good quality. What is strange, you have the cover on the back, actually. And I don't know why they choose that. It's a little bit strange. Because when you open it, then it's like that. So I would expect that this is here, you know. But okay. No menu, that's a real shame. Not even information flyer in any kind of way. This is just for the Bandai store. This is not really important. Because you have a holder here for a menu. So, yeah. Then, of course, the game cartridge. That's it. It's okay. Yeah. Then, you get the postcards. I must be careful. I don't want to break it. Come on. Come on. Yeah, so. And then you get some character designs. And that looks really awesome. That's the main protagonist. What I notice is, and I don't know if you guys can see that, the image quality is a little bit blurry. You guys can see it here and here, actually. It's not the paper quality or the print design. This is just the image. So I think what they use just an old screenshot or an old art design, and they made it bigger. So, and then you have these artifacts here. I don't know if you guys can see that. So, I mean, the paper quality is nice, and this image looks good, but when you compare it with these two, it's actually the worst here. So, yeah. The back of the postcards look like that. Of course, I will not send it to anybody because maybe it has a collector's value. I hope, I guess, I don't know. I didn't check because, yeah, till now the game is just, the collector value till now is 20 euros, not so much. But maybe in 100 years, it is 30 euro, you never know. Here, these are the character, well, how do you call this? Wait, the character stickers, yes. And then here's the main protagonist. And that design is quite nice. And here you have the pixel art design. That looks cool also. Yeah. So, yeah, nice bonus, I must admit. So, and like I said, I paid for it. I paid for this 10 euro, and that is really awesome, you know. And just to have it in my collection, I'm already happy with that, but the experience with the game itself was really horrible, really horrible. And it's a real shame because the game deserves a real remastered, not what you have here on the Switch. Yeah. But if you're a fan of the series and you want to have this just as a physical edition in your collection, go for it. 20 euro, if you want to pay 20 euro, that is your decision. I would always go for less, but you never know. Maybe in the future this has a bigger value. You never know. Yeah. But if you want to play the game in a good condition, go always for this one or for the GameCube original. And that's it with this video. If you guys like my content, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you want to leave a comment, I would be happy about that also. See you next time, and don't forget guys to support your local video game store. Servus!